can't stop the signal now.
Welcome back to another Rebel Rant. And yeah, so hopefully, I'm still dealing with the cold and everything. Hopefully I'll be feeling better before too long. So far it seems to be taking the short route, and I'm praying that it just keeps going that way. So please keep your fingers crossed for me. But today we're going to be talking about something that touches on my very childhood. So yeah, let's take a look at Twitter here. Yeah, this is already starting off pretty good here. CNN on June 6th. So this tweet is actually pretty old. This is from middle of the year, starting months of the whole BLM malarkey. Okay, so that explains a few things right there. Somehow I've not heard about this until just the other day. So probably because I don't watch CNN. Just some of the worst when it comes to the MSM. They've been caught lying and making stuff up so many times. Their ratings are in the tank. I got no idea why anybody still watches them, unless it's just for the entertainment values. Now, as a kid, I grew up watching Sesame Street. I loved Sesame Street. It was so much fun. And I learned my ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, and just little more stories of just being kind to each other and stuff like that. But none of this social justice malarkey, none of this woke stuff going on. It never got political. It was safe for children to watch. They were not exposed to things that would cause them to ask questions to their parents that would be uncomfortable at best and highly inappropriate at worst. And quite frankly, this is one of them. So let's just take a quick look at this. And it starts off with some sort of, you can tell there, looks like some sort of protest.
Daddy, Elmo doesn't understand.
Well, you're not the only one, Elmo. Quite frankly, what is this Sesame Street? What are you doing? This is not what you're about.
What's happening? Why are all these people together?
Oh, well, they're gathering together to protest.
Oh my goodness. So that's Elmo's dad. Honestly, I thought that was his mother, just looking at him. It's, what is this? I seriously thought that was Elmo's mother until he started speaking. Even then, it barely passes as a male voice. Oh, I'm sorry.
Protest? Elmo doesn't understand. What's a protest?
Oh, a protest is when people come together to show they are upset and disagree about something.
Okay, so that much is pretty much true. Now, if you know about these quote-unquote peaceful protests happen in certain cities, yeah, those aren't protests. Let's just keep it simple for the sake of this video.
They want to make others aware of the problem. Through protesting, people are able to share their feelings and work together to make things better.
Able to share their feelings. No, sorry. That is not a protest. That is something else. That is a snowflake fest. Protest is supposed to be about, laws, justice, logic, reason. Now, abiding by the law 100% to the letter, that does tread upon the edges of tyranny. There does need to be compassion and whatnot when it comes to interpreting the law, the spirit of the law. However, when you go the other way with it, when it's just all about your feelings, that is just another form of tyranny. So right here, when I was watching Sesame Street as a kid, it wasn't about the feelings. They didn't worry about your feelings. So it's pretty disconcerting that this is popping up in Sesame Street.
They make signs like this.
Oh, are you serious with this? Oh, why is this happening? Love Justice Batista. It doesn't make any sense, because a normal human being, they're going to be all for love, justice, and peace. That is going to be like, it's just a normal part of being human. So putting it on a placard and using it as part of your protest, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't validate whatever it is you're actually protesting, because there's no logic behind it other than possibly justice. And that depends on what exactly it is you're protesting. In this case, they're not looking for justice, folks. The people that started the BLM, they have openly admitted to being trained Marxists. And yeah, that is exactly what their motivation is in regards to this protest, among other things. They talk about white superiority. These people, they are about the black superiority. Plain and simple. Folks, the most racist people I know, they're not white people.
Yeah, I'm bringing this sign to the protest at the community center later.
Oh. Oh, they look upset. Oh, are the protesters sad?
They are sad. And
Folks, this is a conversation that parents need to be having with their children. They do not need to be hearing about this stuff from Sesame Street. This is just part and parcel with the other stuff. If you've seen some of my other videos regarding, you got that Trolls doll, you got the Cuties movie, you've got the Michael and Sophie Long situation. This is all part and parcel of the same thing. This is not appropriate for children. This is something that parents need to be in control of. The parents need to have the authority over, and they are stealing that authority and control away from the parents.
upset, and they have every right to be, Elmo. People are upset because racism is a huge problem in our country.
Now, on the one hand, that statement is true. On the other hand, it is not true in the way that they are presenting it. The most racist people I know are not white. And that is all I'm going to say on that. I will not elaborate because YouTube has a habit of censoring certain things, and I'm fairly confident they will censor that if I speak it out loud, as is my constitutional right.
Racism? What's that?
Oh, racism is when people treat other people unfairly because of the way they look or the color of their skin.
Once again, this is a conversation that should be had between the parents and the children, not from some show on television. Plain and simple.
The color of their skin? Oh, Elmo doesn't understand, Daddy. Elmo has friends with different types of skin. Oh, and fur, too. Black.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree. That was on the cute side and whatnot. However, this is still a conversation that needs to be taking place between the parents and the children. Plain and simple. It doesn't matter how cutesy you make it, how adorable Elmo is. It is all irrelevant. This is not the appropriate venue for children to be learning these things.
Brown, pink, purple.
I know, Elmo, but not all streets are like Sesame Street.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That statement is true, if only because Sesame Street is not a real street. It is not a real place. These are puppets. Of course it's not like other streets. It's not real. And I think these people forget that. They've forgotten what Sesame Street is really about.
I mean, on Sesame Street, we all love and respect one another. Across the country, people of color, especially in the black community, are being treated unfairly.
This is a lie. You've got affirmative action. You've got all kinds of welfare. When I was in college, full-time college student, I applied for food stamps because I was broke as a joke. I was living on ramen. I was going to school full-time. I was putting in 10, 12, 14-hour days studying for my degree. I could barely afford to feed myself. I applied for food stamps, and guess what? I was turned down because I was not working at least 20 hours a week as a full-time student. If I was a person other than white, I guarantee you I would have been approved for those food stamps lickety-split. This is a lie.
because of how they look, their culture, race, and who they are. What we are seeing is people saying enough is enough.
This is nothing more than disinformation and propaganda, and I'm speaking from personal experience, and there's more than enough evidence and documentation to back me up on this. This is insidious at best. This is a Sesame Street, folks. Sesame Street. This is supposed to be for children. It's supposed to be about kids having fun, learning how to learn their ABCs and how to count 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, ha ha ha, 3, 3, 3. Count. Gotta love the count.
I think I'll just go ahead and
Seven! Seven little dwarfs!
This is not Sesame Street. What is this? This is disinformation and propaganda being fed directly into your children's minds. This is sidestepping the parents' authority and control. This is insidious at best, folks. Dolled up in cute little Elmo fur.
They want to end racism.
No. Elmo wants to end racism too. Elmo wants everybody to be treated fairly.
And there you have it. They're using Elmo. He's so cute. He's so adorable. How can you sit there and argue against Elmo? Because he's not real. He's just a puppet made to appeal to children. And that's what makes this so insidious. This is the world that we live in, folks. Parents' rights, parents' authority over their children has been abrogated and stolen. And the world that we live in today is the result of that. Folks, when George Orwell wrote the book 1984, this is exactly what he was warning us about. I don't know. I've heard that he had some sort of insider information about this agenda that's been going on for literally decades. It's been in the works for decades, folks. This is the type of thing that he tried to warn us about. And they are taking our children's entertainment, sidestepping the parents' authority, control, and responsibility, and feeding it directly into our children's minds. This is just wrong on every level, folks. It really is. And it is not surprising at all that CNN is pushing this. So that should tell you something right there, in and of itself. So that said, I hope you enjoyed the video. I thank you for the watching. Take a moment, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It's really appreciated, and it really does help out the channel. Because without your support, we cannot compete with these disinformation machines. That said, this has been another Rebel Rant speaking into the void.
Can't stop the signal.